No, this is the end of the road probably. In the interest of the players, in the interest of the members, in the interest of table tennis across the country, we have decided that this thing cannot continue no more. There will be no more legal battle.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. The drama highlighted by Sports DTM at the Jamaica Table Tennis Association that has been going on since February of 2019, 2 years, has finally been settled in court. And Angelou to become the next president. Before we go into the details, we see that you have been watching and liking our videos. We want to thank you. We also want you to be part of the Sports DTM family by clicking that subscribe button below. If your subscribe button is still red, it simply means that you have not yet subscribed. So just hit that subscribe button and welcome to the Sports DTM family. And we also want to thank you for your support. There will be a new president of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association, with Angelou set to replace Godfrey Lothian when the annual general meeting is held on Saturday. The long battle between the two gentlemen came to an end yesterday when Supreme Court Judge Evan Brown dismissed an injunction brought by Lothian to stop Saturday's annual general meeting and the impending election at the National Arena. This means Lothian, who missed Sunday's deadline for nomination, would not be eligible to contest the election. We can only imply that it is on this basis why he wanted the court to stop the meeting. Lothian, who had been the president since 2013, has decided not to appeal the court's ruling, clearing the way for Lou to become the next president. This is what Lothian had to say.
No, this is the end of the road probably. In the interest of the players, in the interest of the members, in the interest of table tennis across the country, we have decided that this thing cannot continue no more. There will be no more legal battle. It's time to say enough is enough. We cannot continue. This has almost been going on for 2 years, and therefore it has not done good for the sport. And in the interest of the sport, it's time for us to move on. It's time for my team to run the table tennis, and therefore I wish Mr. Lou all the best.
This is really funny though. 2 years before you actually notice this? Why not 2 weeks or 2 months? All of 2 years. Boy, tennis was really in a very terrible condition. Meanwhile, Angelou is already putting plans in place for a smooth transition. This is what he had to say.
We have to meet with all the stakeholders. All the sponsors of table tennis will have to know that we are doing our best to establish a baseline from which we will go forward. We probably will have to open brand new accounts, bank accounts and so forth, to separate any funds that will be in and out from this moment from what has happened before, just so that, there's no mingling of funds, so that we can have a proper baseline to operate from. But we will be approaching all the sponsors, whether it's government or corporate or otherwise, and letting them know that we are fit and proper. We are going to put all that is required in place and more, and, be a good example for proper governance and transparency.
Finally, there's a plan in place for table tennis. To establish a baseline is 1. Possibly opening a new account is 2. To be fit and proper, to showcase good governance and to be transparent, and to speak to the sponsors so that we can now have sponsors on board. And also to meet with all the stakeholders so that they can showcase that they are a good example of good governance. And this is what we want to hear for Table Tennis Jamaica. For 2 years it has been battling over who should be leading, and finally we are hearing that there is light at the end of the tunnel and there are some plans in place to ensure that Table Tennis Jamaica grow. The sitting president of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association, Godfrey Lothian, and President Aspran Angelou are both happy that the long battle between them for the control of the affairs of the association is over. For the past 2 years, both parties have gone through 2 court hearings and 2 mediation sessions with no end in sight. It was until yesterday when Lothian decided that he will give up the struggle to retain the presidency of the association. He made the decision after Judge Evan Brown of the Supreme Court dismissed his injunction to stop Saturday's annual general meeting and the election. Both men agree that the 2 years impasse has damaged the association brand. Lothian believes that the sport is strong enough to recover quickly.
It has done some damage, yes, but at the same time, the development of table tennis underneath my watch in relation to the number of coaches across the country, in relation to the number of young players we have now, the Aziz, the Johnson, the Lewis sisters, so many players across the country now. I think it will rebound very quickly, and everybody, need to come together and to ensure that the sport is successful.
Meanwhile, Lou says his style of governance will return favor to the sport.
It has done a lot of damage, but it's not anything that we can't recover from. We have a good team going forward, and I think that this will be the team that will prove to be a shining example for all the other sporting bodies in Jamaica. The JTTA, being the national organization that oversees table tennis in Jamaica, will be the sporting body for all other sports that everyone can look to for governance, transparency, and accountability.
We at Sports DTM are happy to hear that this long unnecessary impasse is over and table tennis players, coaches, fans and affiliates can get some well-needed attention. This is a matter that we have highlighted and have asked for a quick resolution, and we are pleased to hear that one is reached, albeit out of delinquents and the path of one aspirant. Is this too late, we may ask? The frolic for power is over, and a sport that is on the verge of dying can now get some attention and leadership. An unrelentless pursuit for power from Mr. Angelo for presidency will come to an end on Saturday at the annual general meeting and election. Let us hear from you, our Sports DTM fans, so leave your comments in the comment section below. Are you happy with this news? Do you think Mr. Lou is the right man for the job? Fans of table tennis, are you happy? Please remember to like, to share and to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come and join the Sports DTM family. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.